it out of your hand and fix it, and then you still don't know how to do it.
I know. Sean told me how to do something, and I got home and I couldn't remember how to do it. She told me so fast. Oh no. I got to take a big minute and write it down.
Okay. I think we're all good. So good morning. Good morning, friends here. Good morning, friends at home. Welcome. Too loud, too soft? Fine? Just fine. Okay. Okay, so welcome. So everything we do today, you can stay in the chair and do, or you can stand up and do. Can you see, Angie? Okay. Linda? All right. I don't believe you because I can't see you. But okay. Okay, so we're just going to take a minute. It's so fun when we come to class and we see all our friends, we get to chat, and it's awesome. But now we're just going to take a little minute and settle in to our chair. So we'll put our back against our chair and we'll sit up tall. And we'll just take a few breaths. We could even close our eyes if we feel like that. So this is a little gift you're giving yourself, just for you, taking a little time, slow down and breathe. And we're going to start making our breaths just a little bit longer. And we do that, it's so simple, just by thinking about our breath. A little bit longer inhales, a little bit longer exhales. We're going to do 2 fun extra breaths today. So if you feel ready, just go ahead and open your eyes. And we're just going to slowly begin to warm up the body. We're going to scoot up to the edge of our chair if that's okay, and if it's not, just stay where you are. And we'll start just by warming up our shoulders. So we're just going to pick up one hand, let the palm face us, bring it around behind us. So when we're about here, we kind of flip the palm. Bring it around behind us. Palm is now facing forward, and it stays that way as we come back up. Flip it, and bring it down to our side. So let's do that 2 more times. Up, flip the palm, down, come on back up, flip the palm, down. So we're trying to only move our shoulder. Sometimes we want to help by twisting around, but we're not twisting. We're just moving our shoulder. And on, back up, and down. Let's do the other side. We can inhale when we go up. If we want to, flip the palm, on back, come on around. And you know, you can do this on your own pace and in your own way. You don't have to breathe and move when I do. And as Angie and I were talking this morning, everything in yoga is optional. Sitting in your chair and breathing, doing yoga. Is this like 8 on this side? It might be. Okay, great. Shoulders warmed up. Let's do our neck now. We'll just bring our chin to our chest. And then we'll bring our chin over to our shoulder. We'll tip our ear to our shoulder. Roll our head around the back, ear to shoulder, chin, and chin to chest. Let's go one more time this way. Chin to shoulder, ear to shoulder, roll. If you find a place that you need to stop and slow down, just do that. Ear, chin, chin to chest, and other way. Chin to your other shoulder, ear, rolling, ear, chin, chest. Last time. Chin, ear, roll, ear, chin, chest. Let's just take a breath. And now let's warm up our arms. Let's just let them swing. Good morning, arms. wiggle around any way you want. We can bring our elbows out to the side and open and shut. And then we'll bring our palms facing up, and we're pressing down through our fingers, sitting up really tall, pressing with our feet on the floor. And we'll just lift our hands up over our head, touch our palms, and back down. So when we bring our palms up, we keep them up in front of our head where we can see them. Back down, flip those palms around. Okay. Now, let's just twist a little bit. We'll just bring one hand to one side and look over our shoulder, holding onto the chair for safety. And then we'll just come on back. Other hand. Look back over our other shoulder, our back sitting up so tall. If you feel a little pop in your back, that's extra. Hooray. No trip to the chiropractor. You've done it yourself. And come on back. Take a breath. And now let's warm up our toes. So we'll just press up on our toes, lift our heels, and down, up, down, up, down. One more. And I'm going to walk my feet just a little bit up to do heels. So lifting the toes and down. Toes don't come up as high as our heels do. That's okay. Okay, and then we'll just bring one knee kind of just up into our chest. We can squeeze it, but we don't have to. We just lift it up. And when we do, we'll circle our ankle. And I hope you're going both ways. Looks like you are. Set that down. Other knee, back straight, core engaged, and circle the other way. Okay. Let's take a big breath. This time when we exhale, we're going to open our mouths and sigh it out. It's really loud in the microphone. One more time. And then we'll just close our mouth, have normal breath for the rest of our class. Okay, so this time we're gonna just twist a little bit and bring our toe down. Maybe we can hold the chair and reach our heel. And maybe not. Maybe we're just stretching toward our heel. All good. The attempt is as good as what you actually do, okay? So just don't worry about it. We're just getting ready. We're working up to our peak pose, which is dancer. Okay, then we'll come around and do the other side. Really normal. For one side, you can grab the heel. For the other side, no. Make sure you're holding the chair. And remember that reaching toward the heel is just as good as getting the heel. Our core's engaged. We're breathing. I feel a little stretch in the front of the thigh that's bent, that I'm touching my heel. Maybe you feel that too. Okay, now we'll come on around. We're gonna cat and cow in our chair. Seated cat and cow is one of my favorite cat and cows. So we'll just put our hands on our knees and we'll inhale, let our heart come forward and look up just a little bit. Exhale, curl, bring the belly button back to the spine. And inhale, you can breathe this on your own. You don't have to do it when I'm doing it. Exhale, curl and round up. And a couple more, just on your own. And when you feel like you're even, just come on back to normal spine. So here's our first fun breath. It's volcano breath. So have you guys done volcano before? Okay. So we're gonna hold our little hands together like fists. So let's think of what's in our fist. My fists have glittery sparkles, the colors of a mermaid. Okay, you can have whatever you want. It could be Skittles, it could be popcorn, it could be anything you want. Think of what you're holding in your little fist. Okay, then we're gonna inhale, and when we exhale, we're gonna our volcano out. And I'm thinking of little sparkles coming down on me. Okay, I'll do it again. Inhale, and you can switch what's in your fist. Mine was popcorn that time. Okay, one more. Inhale. Let it come down. Okay, now we're going to put our feet out like this, so we're already doing the volcano with our legs. If that feels okay with you. If it doesn't feel safe, just keep them like we just did. And we're going to do it a couple more times. And last one. So, volcano breath. In your life, you may be thinking, what is the good of this silly volcano breath? Well, when you're feeling like a volcano, when you're feeling stressed and upset, maybe you could find a little quiet place and you could volcano by yourself. Of course, it looks weird to do it, but that lets out stress and bad feelings, and also you could do it 24 hours a day. Okay, well, every time I see you, you better be volcanoing. Okay. And especially when you think of something silly that's falling down on you. All good, all good. So, okay. Last thing we're going to do before we stand up is we're going to do our arms like a rainbow up. And then when we come down, we'll twist. And then we'll up. And twist. You can just do a couple more of these on your own. Everybody looks super cool doing this.
It's the wave.
Yeah, it's the wave. Totally doing the wave. We should call that the wave, not the rainbow. Okay, now, if you need to stay in your chair, friends at home, friends here, you can stay in your chair. Otherwise, hop on up, and we're going to do, just come to the side of your chair where you can touch it if you need to, but you don't need to really for this first part. We're going to do chair pose. Okay, so I'm going to get sideways so you can see my bum, because I know you want to. Okay, so when we do chair, we're just going to bend our knees like we're sitting down. And when we do, the bum is going way out, farther out than you think it could even go. So far that your toes might even come up off the floor. And then you can keep your hands right here. You could bring them to your heart, or you could bring them up here by your ears. And we're just going to lift our chest a little bit. We can press our knees together if that's helpful. We're squeezing our belly. We're feeling how strong our legs are getting. We're going to take 2 more breaths. Maybe sit down a little bit lower. And then we can touch our chair or not, and we're just going to straighten our legs and stand back up. Okay, chair, let's wiggle around after that one. Okay, then we're going to do a warrior 2. So I'm going to do this for people at home. If you need to do this in your chair, you will just have your leg out and your front leg bent. If you're doing it standing up, just have one hand where you can put it on your chair if you want to. Your toes are kind of facing your chair, and your back foot is about 45 degrees facing me or not me. If you're on this side of the room, it's facing me. If you're on this side of the room, it's not. Okay. And then we bend our front knee. So warrior 2, our hips are open. Remember warrior 1, we're going like this, but warrior 2, our hips are going to the side. Our arms come out, We take a breath and we gaze over the fingers of the bent knee. And our shoulders are right over our hips. We're feeling fierce and strong. Maybe we sink a little lower. So we're careful that we don't let our knee go above our toe. Everybody looks good. Nobody's knee's doing it. Just for safety. Let's take one more breath, and then we're going to keep our feet exactly where they are. We're going to let our back hand slide down our leg, and our front arm come up and over if that feels okay. And if it doesn't, we'll have one hand on the chair and just kind of gaze up. And you can still do this sitting, just not up and over. Okay. One more breath. And then we'll just come on back to warrior two. And we'll straighten our leg. And we'll just come out. Okay, I'm just coming on the other side of my chair. I don't know why. You don't have to. You can. And just make sure that you have your other knee going that we're doing the other way. Okay, so I'm bending my left knee. My right foot is 45 degrees. Sinking down, hips open, arms out, and we're looking over our bent knee hand. Yes, that's right. Yeah, you guys look fierce. Okay, then we're going to reverse it. So our straight leg, that arm comes down, our legs stay where they are, arm comes up or touches the chair, a little extra support. Reverse warrior. Isn't this pretty? It's such a pretty pose. I hope you feel like a strong yogi in this pose. And then both arms come back. We'll take a breath. We'll just straighten our front leg and stand up. Walk on together. Okay, now we're going to cat and cow, but standing up. So we're going to do that by putting our hands on our chair. So if you're in a chair seated, you just still do this like we did at the beginning. Just cat and cow your heart forward. So we'll inhale, stretch forward, our tailbone sticks up in the air. Exhale, we'll curl our tailbone under. So this is all about our back moving. And in, just on your own breath, taking your time. So good for the lower back. If you just do one yoga pose every day, this might be the one. And then when you're ready, just stand back up. So remember chair. We're going to do a variation of chair called lightning bolt. So stay where you are on the side of your chair. And we'll just sit back down in chair, sticking the bum way, 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 way out. Now we can do this two ways. We can put our hands on the chair, just for balance, or we can bring our arms up by our ears and look down at the chair. This is called lightning bolt because that's how we look. And then everybody hands on the chair, and we'll just stand back up. Okay, that is tough. That's tough, so let those hips move. Okay, great. So we'll just do a nice little twist for our back now. So just like the range of motion we did with our chin, we're just gonna do the same thing. We'll put our hands on our hips, and we're only bending from the waist. So we're just bending forward, looking over to one side, going sideways, around, sideways, looking down, little twist, and then down. So let's do that again. I don't think I'm explaining it very well. Twist, elbow down, around, elbow down, twist, front, reverse. So twist the other way, elbow down, around the back, elbow, twist, forward. One more time. Twist, elbow down, around the back, elbow, twist, forward. Great. Okay, now, if your back has had enough of doing this on the chair, then you can certainly do this standing up tall, okay? But if you would like to, we're gonna do tiger pose on the chair. We're gonna hold, let me just show you what it looks like and then you can try. So tiger is just this with your foot up, flexed. If you want to, you can reach back, whoa, you can reach back and hold. Or you can reach back as if you're gonna hold. Remember, getting just as much benefit. So if you're sitting, it will be just trying to pick up your foot. So you can try that any way you want to try. So many variations. So tiger, foot up, and if you don't feel like reaching, you can just pump it. You can pump that foot, or try a little reach. Be safe. And stretching back toward it, and then both hands down. Let's pump it 2 more times, and then let it come on down. Okay, we'll just waggle our tail now. And then we'll just do the other foot. It's always, sometimes I can get this side, sometimes I can't. So, you know, everybody's different, and both sides of your body totally different. So if you were doing this standing up, then you would just be here with your leg bent, and that's fine too. If you're on down here, make sure your core is engaged, and we'll just pump our foot, and maybe we'll reach back, and hold our ankle, and maybe we won't. And maybe we'll reach as if we're reaching toward our ankle, just as good. And then maybe a couple more pumps, and then bring it on down. Okay, good. Let's wiggle our hips again. Okay, so we've worked our way up to dancer, which is our peak pose, and that's what we're gonna do now. So dancer, we'll just stand at the side where we can hold onto our chair. We'll bend our knee, and maybe we'll hold our foot behind us. Maybe we'll pick up our ankle. And maybe we won't. Maybe we'll just stretch our hand back like we're going to touch our ankle. And even if you don't have your ankle, then possibly you could lift the arm.
If I have my ankle, I don't have to lift my arm?
No. Everything optional. Everything optional. But if you want to try, nice Carol, if you want to try, do it. But please don't fall down. Please don't fall. Okay. And remember, one thing that's really good with balance is we find something to stare at that's not moving. Okay. Okay, so peak pose halfway. We just need to do the other side. Okay, so come on back. Remember, if you're just stretching back toward your foot, all good. Or maybe hold it. Get tall. Take your time. Maybe lift the arm, maybe not. It's all fine. Okay. Very nice. Now we'll just do a little balance before we sit down. Okay, so let's just do tree. Just stay wherever you are. We'll shift our weight into the foot that's closest to the chair. And then the other foot could be like a kickstand, or we could bring our foot up. We just don't want our foot on our knee, right? Then Maybe we could bring our hands to our heart, standing up tall. Wah. Find a fall out of it that just gives you another chance to come back in, right? And maybe your tree can grow. And your tree could grow one hand or both. And we'll just try to bring our foot down like we meant to, with control. Not like we're falling over. Okay, let's do the other side. I said try, okay? We all flop our foot down sometimes. It's okay. So now we'll spread our toes, pull up tall through this leg, and like a kickstand or on our shin, taking our time. Falling out, just fine. Just give yourself another chance to do it. Finding something to stare at that's not moving.
I was, but she keeps falling over.
What keeps falling over?
She keeps falling over. Either me or you.
Yeah, probably me. Okay, and then with control, we'll all come back down. Okay, great. So we've done range of motion in our spine, in our shoulders. We're going to do a couple more before we sit down. So we're just going to pretend like we're holding something between our hands, a book or a block. And you can easily do this sitting too. We'll bring our shoulders up to the ears, straight back. Slide our shoulder blades down and then forward. Up to the ears, straight back, slide down, forward. And we'll reverse. Back, up, forward, down. Back, up, forward, and down. That feels so good. Okay, one more range of motion and it's our hips. Well, actually there's two, but one we'll do sitting. So we'll just hold the chair. Everyone will hold the chair. We don't have to balance right now. And we'll just pick up one knee, bring our knee straight out, and yeah, you can totally do this in the chair. Point our knee down. So it's just a small movement. Then the knee goes straight behind us. Okay, knee forward, knee out, knee down, knee behind us. Come back up, and we'll reverse. Back, out with the knee down, knee to the side, forward. Back, out, side, forward. Freeze, just take one breath. Nice, nice everyone. Other side. We'll all hold on. And knee up, out, tip it down, behind us. Up front, out, knee points down, behind us. Back to the front, take a breath, and we'll reverse. Back, out, to the side, forward. And as I watch myself in the thing, I remember that we're trying to keep our upper body as straight as we can. Okay, one breath. Nice. Okay, down. Good. Good, good. Okay, one more little balance thing. It's falling star. So, star pose, just like this. Arms out. Falling star, my chair's right here if I need it. Falling star, I'm just coming up one foot. Surprisingly hard, just to tip a little bit to the side. And then back to star. Make sure your chair's where you need it. If you need to switch. Star. Think of ourselves shooting through the sky. Falling star. And then come on back up. Okay. Okay, one more standing pose. Crescent. So we'll bring our hands up here. And then we'll just tip one way and then the other. And we'll just do it back and forth. We could call this like pendulum or clock or something. Okay, hands to the heart. Take a breath and sit down. I always forget to give you drinks. Take a drink. Okay, so take your time drinking. Make sure you get hydrated. And so we've done crazy volcano breath, but this one is even sillier. Have you ever done lion breath? Okay, well, lion breath is fun. So lion breath is also excellent if you feel hot or if you feel stressed or cranky. Also silly. So lion breath, you just take a deep, deep breath through your nose. You open your mouth, but not just that. Stick out your tongue. So it's like this. If you have a mask on, good luck. Okay, I didn't think about that. So maybe you could just stick out your tongue in your mind. Okay, so we inhale, we exhale. We make it a really long, loudest exhale we can do. So good for relieving stress. Okay, inhale. One more time. Okay, so Mike, you could also do that anytime you want. You could, when I see you, I'll expect a lion or a volcano. Okay. Okay, so that is a great thing to teach kids or grandkids. You're feeling mad, you're feeling angry, let's breathe like a lion. Because it does make you laugh, and really it also releases heat from the body. So just if it's a hot day, just breathe like a lion. I'm sure no one will ever notice. Okay, so now that we're here, we'll just do range of motion on our knee, and then we'll do some twists. We're almost done. So we'll just pick up our leg with our hands behind, if that feels okay, or we can just hold it up, either way. But it's not about like the making you strong, it's just about the motion. So we're just gonna stretch our foot up and down. One more time. And then the knee doesn't just go up and down, right? The knee also moves. So we're gonna put our heel to one side, take it up, other side, down, side, up, other side, down. Freeze, up, over, down, over, up, down. Okay, very good. Take a breath, wiggle if you need to, and we'll do our other knee. Try to switch your hands. Like you always do the one grip. Try to, I don't know. I say that, but I don't really do it. Okay. Okay. Foot up and down. So meanwhile, our back is straight and our bellies are pulled in. And now, heel to the center, up, out, down, center, up, out, down. Freeze. Back up to the center, down, out, up, over, down. Let go. Wiggle. Okay. So you guys, the range of motion things that we did, like the chin, the shoulders, the hip thing, the knee thing. If you do those every day, it's amazing how you don't feel so creaky. I think. So maybe give it a try and see what you think. Okay, so one more twist. We're gonna just one hand to one knee, hold the back of the chair and look over our shoulder. one more breath. Let's make it a lion. And then we'll come on back front, knee, other hand to other knee, back of the chair, sit up tall, look over the shoulder. A normal breath, and then we'll do a lion. Okay, come on back. So, eagle pose. Let me just tell you that eagle pose is a pose I pretty much hate in yoga. So in standing up yoga, it's like, you know what it is. Okay. But in sitting down yoga, it's going to be good. So we'll just cross our leg. Then my left knee is on top. So my left arm is going to be on the bottom. Okay. Flavia, is that right? So hands can be like this, or many times I just hug my shoulders because I can't really reach my hands together. It doesn't feel great on my shoulders. Sometimes I overdo it. So I'm just keeping my right arm on top, my left arm on top. Now, I'm not just sitting here with my leg. I'm squeezing my legs together. And I'm lifting my chest up. And I'm squeezing in my belly. And now we'll take 2 breaths. Okay, now the best part of eagle, flying. Okay, other knee comes up, cross it. So I always have to think about it. Right leg on top, right arm on top. So either, if you like this, lifting up your elbows, or hugging your shoulders, squeezing those legs together so they're almost a straight line. Lifting the chest, gazing up, like maybe look up over my head. Squeezing the belly, squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. So this isn't just like doing it for doing it. This really works our internal organs. All these squeezing, the liver, the kidneys, so good for us. So one more squeeze. And then the best part, fly. Okay. I don't hate eagles so much in a chair. Good flying. Okay. Then, continuing with the bird theme, pigeon. Okay. So, we'll bring one foot up, doesn't matter which one. And just sit like you're a man sitting in a chair, right? And we're going to sit up tall, and while we're doing that, we're kind of pulling our ankle toward us, and if it feels okay, we're gently pushing our knee away from us. So this is working. I can feel this hip, the good stretch in the hip. Pigeon. And maybe we can lean forward. Ooh, I can really feel it in my hip when I lean forward. How about you guys? Okay. One more breath. Because you know what they say, when you want to come out of the pose, that's when the pose begins. Okay. And we'll sit back up, we'll switch. Holding onto my ankle, I'm pulling it toward me, I'm pushing my knee away, I'm sitting up so tall, squeezing my belly. And we'll just take a few breaths here. Oh, relaxing shoulders. My shoulders love to do this. Now lean forward if that feels okay. Okay. Time for the pigeon to land. Come on down. And we'll sit back in our chairs. And we're going to do our wrists by making fists. And then we're going to make a circle 3 times and then reverse it. Okay, then we'll bring our hands to our heart and let's see, how do we do it? Wait a minute. Sorry. Back of the hands together. Okay, then flip them forward and down. If this feels okay. And if it feels too weird to you, you can just keep doing the wrist circles. I'm really trying to press the backs of my hands together. That's good for our wrists. Okay, then we'll just let those go. Sparkle, sparkle, sparkle. Okay, now we're going to work our face. So, you have a mask on, I can't tell if you're doing it. You could totally cheat. Okay, so working our face, first I'm gonna do like crazy person smile. So like, the biggest, craziest smile ever, okay? I'm tightening my face so tight, crazy person. Okay, I'm gonna let it go. Then I'm gonna show shock and horror with my eyebrows. So they're gonna go up as high as they can possibly go. I don't know why, but I feel the need to do my head like this when I do shock and horror. Like a chicken. Okay. And then we'll just relax that. Let's do it one more time. Crazy person. I love it. Okay. And shock and horror. Chicken optional. Okay, let's let that come on down and rest. And now we'll just take a little moment, let our hands go anywhere we want them to, lean back in our chair, take a breath. You guys, I was having so much fun. We don't have time for Shavasana, but I'm going to just take it anyway. If you feel the need to leave, if you have to be there somewhere, it's okay to just quietly leave. But please try to give yourself just 2 minutes of quiet where your body can soak up the things we did, your mind can remember the patterns, your breath can remember how good it feels to breathe long and slow, and your spirit can just tell you anything you need to know. So I'm going to tell you the words of this chant, what it means before I sing it. You can listen or you can just keep thinking your own beautiful thoughts. It says, lead me from the unreal to the real. Lead me from the darkness of ignorance to the brilliant light of truth. Lead me from the fear of death to the realization of immortality. Peace, peace, peace. Om Masatoma Satgamaya Tamasoma Jyotirgamaya Mrityorma Amritam Gamaya. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. You can stay here, enjoying the peace as long as you want to. If you feel ready, you could blink your eyes open and wiggle your fingers and thumbs. Possibly circle your wrists. And if you feel like staying quiet, everyone will be respectful of you, so don't worry. Maybe you'd like to bring your hands to your heart. We'll sit up tall, bow our heads, Think of a couple of things to be grateful for. Thank you for practicing with me today. Namaste. Thanks for being here, everybody. Thanks so much.